It's participatory at various levels. The people who are dancing in the masks, the Mondimba masks, part of this dance form called mabo, and that is part of the efficacy of the hunt. Only men can be initiated into this particular dance form, that level of the dance form where they're dancing in the mask. It was never described to me on a one-to-one sort of correlation. If you dance in that mask, then the hunting gets better. But that's the implication. There's one point where the women came and picked up the masked dancer off his feet and hopped around with him. Somebody did tell me that that was like the women coming back with a lot of meat from the hunt. But there isn't consensus about those kinds of symbolic interpretations. And the idea that this is that the spirit of ancestors, the mask becomes the spirit of the ancestors, but that's also debatable. There's this tension between, but what you see is what you get reality and an otherworldly presence that is always being debated. In this particular case, there was a group of BaAka who wanted to be inducted into this next level of initiation. And you can call it either induction or initiation because they weren't such good hunters and they knew that this dance makes them better. And they knew that the group that I was living with had this dance and had this skill. So they had approached this group to be inducted. I think we planned for a couple of weeks. They had to walk for about a day from where they were based to where we were living. And it's arranged by the people who are what's called ginda. Ginda is a master dancer, but you're a ginda of a particular dance. So if you've been inducted or initiated into, for example, mabo, you've maybe traveled to the Republic of the Congo to be initiated by the ginda there. When you have more social status overall, you have more contact with other BaAka, then the young people get interested in each other and you have more marriage ties happening in terms of the social and the economic and the spiritual. This group was a little bit marginal in terms of the larger BaAka population, so they wanted that connection and have the latest dance and the latest skills. There are dances, especially in the past, where people would recreate the hunt and do animal movements. I didn't see that among the people that I lived with, among this generation. I did an analysis, which is sort of a conjecture about the relationship between the dance and the hunt. One is that the hunt is performed in rounds. You set up the nets, you scare the animals into the nets, you relax and sing for a while. Then you set them up again. The dance has the same kind of ebb and flow. There are calls that people shout out to scare the animals and to communicate with each other in the forest. And then when they're going off to dance, will call out those same calls. There are levels of initiation into these dances, and they're about clairvoyance on the hunt. There's a basic level that both men and women can be inducted into. They get special mixture of the ashes of tree bark and other substances to put this mixture into the eyes of everyone in the camp who's going on the hunt, and that gets everybody one level up in terms of eventual hunting success. And then being able to dance in the mask. There's a third level in mabo, which is people, the initiates, dance around in a circle in a special moment during the dance with trees, young trees or thick vines tied behind them that they have to pull along, and that was the highest level. The idea was that they would have extra special skill in finding animals on the hunt. But if it were just a regular dance where it was just a recreational event and no one was being inducted or initiated, then it's just the leaf masks dance. And the songs have nothing to do with the hunt at all.